So obviously you came away with the result in El Paso last week. Just wondering how you assess your team's performance more on the defensive end of the ball in that way.
Yeah, great. Clean sheet away from home. Anytime you do that, you give yourself a chance to win, and you're walking away with points. So I couldn't be happier. And a lot of the defending was from the front four, was from guys just reconnecting and making sure we kept them outside our shape. And, you have to get away with a bounce here or there on the road, and I think we did. But I think they actually got away with a lot more. Their keeper made 3 really high-end saves in that game. I think we could have blown the doors off that game on a different day.
And then with the bye week and the scrimmages over the weekend, how's the team kind of been dealing with the little bit of a break fitness-wise?
It was great. We set up 2 friendlies last weekend, so we've tried to keep the entire roster 90 minutes fit on the back end of preseason for as long into the season as we can. And we'll continue to do that with gaps in the schedule.
The other thing I was wondering, I know Ribeiro was out injured for that opener. Is there any sort of timeline on that, or do you know how he's doing this week?
Yeah, he's back in training now,
Okay.
So it's only a matter of time. Could be this weekend.
Sure, but that's just not clear yet?
Yeah,
Okay,
not clear
gotcha.
yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's a really high-end keeper, but Paul stepped in and did an admirable job. I thought he was clean. I thought his kicking was excellent. Decision-making was good. So we roll, we roll until Renan's ready to roll in with us.
And what's that like, having now such a deep keeper room? How does that help in terms of competitiveness and just in general in practice?
Yeah, that's why we brought Paul. We want to keep it really sharp. We do the same with our field players. We're 2 and 3 deep in every position, that makes for a frustrating situation internally sometimes for certain guys. But the reality is, if you end up at the top end of our group, you should be fully mentally and physically prepared to play, and that's what we're after. That's the most important thing.
And would it have been then similar with Romero out this weekend in international duty? You feel confident that you're going to be able to pretty much fill in for his absence there with the home opener?
Yeah, absolutely. We could move some guys around. We could drop someone in to start for him who's a natural fit in that position. There's a couple different things that we've talked about throughout the week, but yeah, we're confident that we can plug the hole. Rome's a big miss, and I hope he plays and plays well against the U.S. tonight. That's a massive, massive stage he's on. But, international call-ups happen when you have a good team.
Yeah, the weather looks pretty sloppy for Saturday. Rain in the forecast, maybe heavy. Just wondering how you approach that, thinking about a lot of speed in this team. Sometimes that doesn't feel so good when there's standing water on the pitch. So just thinking about how that affects your preparation and your approach to the game.
Yeah, the speed of the surface is going to change, right? It's going to speed up in places. It's going to slow down in places. So you just have to be more pragmatic about where you play and when you play. So that's something we've definitely planned for and talked about throughout the course of the week.
Birmingham's generally a very good team in this league. I mean, and Hartford in the past has struggled against them early in the season. I just wondering how you are approaching Birmingham and what you expect from them this weekend.
Oh, there's a lot of MLS quality talent in their group. A lot of guys that have played in the league and come down, or a lot of guys that have done really well in USL and kind of graduated onto Birmingham's payroll, which is nice. So they're solid in every position. They always have been. I don't think they've ever missed the playoffs, or if they did, I'd be surprised. I don't think they have. But the reality is they're an experienced group. They have high-end athleticism and guys like Pasher and Kazim and Tabora Taka, and I could keep going and going. But they're well built. They're well constructed from a roster building standpoint. They're well coached. They're disciplined with their defensive shape. So you need things to break your way, and you need to be really, again, pragmatic about how you approach them. You can't expose yourself too much.
How much does it help that that's going to be in front of the home fans for the first time this year?
I think it'll be great, and I hope people turn out. I mean, I know it's difficult to come out when the weather potentially isn't going to be great, but I know our front office staff is doing everything they can, half-price hot chocolates and things like that, to make it a little bit more comfortable for them to come out and support the group. And I just can't wait for the home fans to see the group now. I think it's a group unlike one Hartford's ever seen.
And I mean, that was going to be my kind of final question for you. You're through preseason. You're well into the season now. You've got to see what seems to be your first choice starting 11 play a couple of times. How are you feeling about where the team is right now?
Yeah, we're in great shape. I mean, 4 or 5 really key injuries, honestly, but we had the same deal in El Paso. And the guys we rolled out to start put on a fantastic performance, so, and all deserving to roll out again and start again. We'll have to see, what this weekend brings, but I'm comfortable. If this was our starting 11 for the whole year, I'd be confident in this group, very confident.
So obviously it was you're in a bye week now, but you came away with the result in El Paso last week. I'm just wondering how you kind of assess the performance overall with a team that played together for the very first time last week.
I think the performance was really good. We had the objective, and then we went in and then executed it. And I think we have a lot of pace up front, so we're up to scoring a lot of goals. And again with El Paso, it was all planned out, and then we went in and we just had to do what we got to do. And the chemistry with the team, it's a brand new team, but we get along really well off the field and on the field, so that really helps us to build that chemistry on the field too.
Especially with the 2-week break, how excited are you guys to get back home and finally play in front of the fans?
Really excited. Hopefully it's packed. It's a packed house, but we're really excited to have a home game, home opener. So we're really looking forward to it and giving the fans, what they've been looking for with Hartford. So 3 points will be good for us at home.
And Birmingham's usually a very good team in this league. What do you guys expect from them, and how are you going to, kind of come out and attack that on Saturday?
They're a good opponent, so we can't just, sleep on them. But we have our plan again, like we said. We just worked on it today, and but we're very confident that we're going to win this game. And no matter what they present, we're going to go in there and win the game.
And finally, how's the team dealing with the bye week? Playing your first game and then having to wait the 2 weeks to then, finally come home. Is that break, how are you doing with the break in practice, and how's the last week of training break?
The last week of training has been good. The bye week, it doesn't really affect us as much. We play scrimmage games, so it really keeps us up, on top of our performance, and the coach is really pushing us and for us to give our best performance and to be ready for this game this weekend.
So, you personally, I know you had a couple good years, a great year in Louisville a couple of years ago. What are you looking forward to this year in terms of scoring those goals, 10 goals? What are you thinking? How are you feeling?
I feel great. I feel like there's a lot of goals for me here this season, and 15 goals would be nice.
15 goals would be nice?
That's my goal.
Yeah.
But we go little by little, so to achieve it.
All right. Yeah, I know last season was a little tougher. So do you feel better this season, fresher, healthier?
Feel healthier mentally, physically, and last year I had injuries, but this year I feel really great. The coach is helping me and also the staff, so I'm really positive of my performance that I'll give this weekend.
Where are you living in Hartford? How are you feeling? How do you like Connecticut?
West Hartford,
Yeah,
really
West
good.
Hartford, yeah.
It's cold, but it's not too bad. Getting used to it. So
I'm looking forward to summer too.
I'm not.
No.
I heard it's too hot here. So.
All right. Well, we'll have 2 good weeks in June.
Imagine. Oh man. Well, it'll be good though. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Thanks, man.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate you.
Enoch.
Thanks. Yes, sir.